Pudicini Nashle, Hashwishi Bashichin, Tana Zane Dashiche, Tuheglini Dashanella. My name is Verna Volker. I am from the Bitterwater Mud people, also the Tango people, and the water flows together. I'm originally from northern New Mexico, but for some reason, I fell in love with a man from Minnesota. So this weather here is 50 degrees warmer than what I'm used to. So I was dying. So I am so honored to be here to speak to you about the journey of Native women running and about my personal journey as well. Many times when I hear stories of Native runners, many have started running when they were young. It's like a generational family where my grandpa or my great-grandfather ran. Not the case for me. I started running 13 years ago when I moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have 4 kids from the ages of 18 to 9. At the time, I had a preschooler, a toddler, and a baby. And so I was trying to take care of myself, and I decided to start running. I started running, and you cannot believe, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, how running has changed my life. And so 13 years ago when I started running, I had no clue about running watches. I had no clue about running shoes. And I started running, and I did not stop. So my first race was a half marathon, and I just remember running that half marathon and thinking, wow, I could actually do this running thing. And so I finished that half marathon, so then I decided, well, maybe I should just start running more. So I went from a non-runner to now my longest run is a 100K, and I'll be training for, yes, thank you. And so through the whole process, I lost weight, and then, trying to have being older and having 4 kids and trying to balance all that. And so my next goal now is to run a 100-miler here in late October. So that is going to be my next goal. I talk about Native women running because I started that 4 years ago as a simple Instagram account on January 23rd, 2018. Because oftentimes, and I don't speak for all Native runners, I always say that, is that I did not see myself in running. I did a lot of research on Native runners, and I would find stories far and few. And I'm like, why isn't anyone sharing these amazing stories of women who are running Boston, who were running 5Ks? And so I started an Instagram account that started blowing up, and now we're almost at 30K. And so now it's become an organization where I'm the founder. And all I do is share stories. And that's what we talk about as Native people, is we share stories. And that's why it has grown. It's because I'm sharing stories of women of every shape, size, gender, level, who are running for healing, for running because of a purpose. And it's so simple that sometimes when I talk to running companies that are exclusively white run, they're confused. They're like, wow, we never thought of it that way. Because running for us isn't just performing. It's not like, it is performing because we all want to break goals. But I think across the board, I've seen women who are running because of healing. Because they'll reach out to me and say, I'm running because my husband died. I'm running because my auntie was never found. I'm running because I never thought I'd see myself, that I created this space for women who could be a part of something. So Native Women Running is 4 years old, and it's been amazing. And if you support us, I thank you. Because I always tell people that Native Women Running isn't about me. It's about right here. It's about community. It's about bringing people together. And so I just feel so much joy when I see people together. So 3 years ago, I noticed in my life that the whole MMIW movement was getting out there. And at the time, I was a mother, and I couldn't be at the front lines of marches or be out there protesting. So I decided that I wanted to create something so that everybody could be part of this movement. So I connected with Red Earth Running Company, and I told Dirk, who was the founder, I said, I have this idea in 2019, of April 2019, to start a virtual event, and everybody can run for missing and murdered Indigenous women, people, wherever they were, any level, any place. And he said, you know what, Verna, that's a good idea. And so from there, it's been our 3rd year. And what I love about it is whether you are out there on the front lines, or whether you just walk today, or whether you're donating money, you make a difference. I think oftentimes we look at these people, we say, wow, they're doing so much for MMIW, but we know that this movement is all about on every Indigenous person's heart. And so 2019, when I saw this event happening, I remember you guys, Felina, sending me pictures, and I was like, oh my goodness, people are doing this. And I think that's why is like every one of you, what you did today, you made a difference. And that's amazing, that's incredible. And I think that's why with the work of Native Women Running and with the work of what we do of advocacy for MMIW is just everyone being part of it. So I think that's why it's successful, because we're not just including a few people, we're including everybody. Native Women Running is 4 years old, as I mentioned. It is growing like crazy. And one of the things that I push also is for representation. Right now, we are creating teams around events. We were able to get 7 women to run Antelope Canyon. We had 4 women run the Boston Marathon. And and Native Women Running was seen at the Boston Marathon. When I ran the Boston Marathon, I ran for an organization called Wings of America, which is a Native youth organization. And I remember that I wanted to run for them, of course, but also to run for a purpose. And through that, I wanted to run for one of our sisters. There's a story that happened in 2021, which some of you might know, especially if you're Navajo, of Ella Mae Begay, who went missing in June of 2021, and she hasn't been found. Oftentimes, I think with the MMIW, we think of the young women and girls, which is so sad, but also these can be our elderly women. And Ella Mae Begay is an elder, and she hasn't been found. So I went to the family and I asked them, can I run Boston for Ella Mae Begay? And they said, oh my goodness, yes. So I put a picture of Ella Mae Begay on the back of my shirt. And I wore this skirt at the Boston Marathon. It has the Native Women Running logo, and then it has the red handprint. And I ran this because I wanted people to hear her story. We all know about Gabby Petito, a white woman, a white young girl, her coverage was everywhere. But why isn't Ella Mae Begay? Why is she lost in that? So my whole goal was for Boston, for people to see her picture, to know that she was missing and that she had never been found. I had people running beside me and ask me, hey, what does that red handprint mean? Or they would say, thank you for doing this, because she matters. Native women matter, Native people matter. And so when I finished that race, I was really emotional, because oftentimes I tell people, if you follow me, that my running isn't about being fast. If you know me, I'm like turtle pace. So, but my running has changed because I run for my mom. My mom just passed away November of 2021. My father passed away. I've had 3 siblings who have passed away. So when I run for healing. I run for them. So I remember running for my family, for Ella Mae Begay at the Boston Marathon. And I was like, this is what matters. This is what this work is about. So I want to encourage you, and I want to thank everybody that no matter where you are in your journey, that your running matters. And I know some of you came up to me saying, you know, I still struggle. I struggle all the time. Running isn't about being fast. It isn't about size. It isn't about your performance. It's just about who you are and what you want to run for. Also, as we think about this week with missing and murdered, you know, all of us, we want to educate ourselves, of course, but also we want to always do this every day. And that today that you made a difference being here today, and whatever you share, whatever you do, really matters to a lot of the families. And also just to keep each other close as community. And I really want to thank you for bringing me here in the heat. I'm just really grateful to be here because there's so much. If it wasn't for people who support Native Women Running and what I do, I always say it's about the people. And I think as Native people, that's what we say. And so I thank you, and I encourage you to keep moving forward and just keep pushing forward and make sure that you know that what you do matters, and the work that you do and the running that you do, it's going to always matter. So thank you so much, everybody, for just listening to me. And if you have any questions, ever reach out to me, or if you want to be more involved in Native Women Running or anything else, just come to me. And I actually have some stickers, so first come, first serve. So thank you so much. I can't have.
Thank you so much, Verna, for everything that you've done for Native people, bringing visibility for so many different issues, especially in MMIP. So thank you very much. Is there some royalty in the house? Where's the royalty? All right, if we can get the U of A Miss Native Royalty to come on up and give some closing remarks.
Hello everyone. Yas ish a nadir mishla yanisha nakaidina inishla bilagana bashashin totoni dishe bilagana dishnala. So hello everyone. I'm joined by my staff sisters. Here is Cassandra and here is Danica. So I just want to start off and give Cassandra a little bit more breathing time after she just got here. So I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedule to come to this event. And more importantly, I want to thank Native Women Running. It's so important that we, join here today, any time throughout the year to do events like these and to run. It's so important to our health, our mental health, and it's just so important that we come here in community to breathe, but also to celebrate life and to see that we are still here and to see that we are all, joining together and we're all, here together. So I just want to thank everyone for being here, and I want to thank the organizers. You all probably worked tirelessly to pull on this event, especially because, Native Convocation was last night. And I want to thank everyone, just again for being here. And, just running is just so important. And it's important that we acknowledge all of the relatives that we have lost to the COVID-19 pandemic, and also, to our relatives who have gone missing and who have been murdered and have been sexually assaulted. So it's so important that we acknowledge that, and it's so important that we join here today to acknowledge that together. So thank you all. I'll pass the mic to Danica.
Hello everyone. Yes, my name is Danica So. I am Miss Native American University of Arizona Ambassador. I can go ahead and give my plain introduction real quick. Nashtasha Tapaha, Nishlan Tapaha, Beshishteen, Parasitni Dashache, Nakai Danae Dashanala. I am very thankful to be here and to be able to be in the presence of you all. And I think it's very important that we have came together to spread awareness about this issue. And I really would want to thank the Native Women Running, and then also all the other organizations who have pulled this event together. I'm sure it took so much work. And I also want to thank everyone who had came from near and far, especially for those who have taken the time out of their day. And it has been quite early that we've done this event, which is very nice as Tucson gets pretty hot. So yeah, I think this is a very important day for us to be here, to walk, to run, and I would like to pass this to Cassandra.
Thank you, Danica. Can I get another round of applause for all our supporters and everyone who put together this event, Native Women Running? We'd like to say thank you to Dr. Cordova for inviting me out, and also William Carson as well.
Dagotashi, Cassandra Presconze, Senga, Arizona, Gilson Wash District Evolving. Thank you. Hello everyone. My name is Cassandra Perez. I'm a senior at the University of Arizona and will be graduating in May. Woo! I'm very excited to be here with you all, and this event is very important in remembering our missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, our transgender, and our two-spirit peoples. While I was walking, when I first started, I was about halfway, and I saw a hawk. And usually in our Indigenous cultures, when you see a hawk, it's a very good thing. Has this very spiritual meaning. The color red in our Indigenous cultures means that I want to hope and believe that our missing and murdered Indigenous women, their spirits were here with us today. They saw the color red and they sent a hawk as a spirit to let us all know that they are still here. They are with us in our hearts, our spirit, and also our minds. And I'm sorry, but just thank you all for being here, and thank you all for supporting us, and thank you to my SAT sisters for also being here as well. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much. These girls are beautiful inside and out, and they're great representatives for our university, so thank you all so much for being here. At this time, I'd like to call up the other members of the planning committee.
Shelley.
Tiffany, where are you? Dr. Tiffany Sorrell, Summer, Billy,
I need your focus.
Lourdes,
Hold it.
and we have a couple other members that aren't here today. Eric Peaches and Suki Kiobora Booth. So thank you to everyone that's been a part of our planning committee. Thank you everyone for being here. And I'm going to pass the mic in case any of the other planning committee members want to say anything.
Good morning, everyone. Tiffany Sorrell, Unikia, Tapahan, the Shrink, and the Cheating Brushes Cheese. My description dash a shade or Swahili cleaning dash knowledge. I just want to say thank you to everyone for being here today. It's really great to see the turnout, to see the awareness that's coming to light. Our family has been personally affected by missing and murdered Indigenous women issue. My mother went missing July 4th, 2002. It's been 20 years and we still have no answers, and so it's just great to see the support. So thank you all for being here.
Okay, we're all pretty shy. Thank you, everyone. Dr. Arvizo, Miguel, Dr. Gonzalez, do you want to offer any closing words, blessing? If not, they will be available after the event if you need any extra healing. And we also have a two-spirit healer as well. They're raising their hand. Alex McKinnis, so thank you very much, Alex. So go and see them if you want to get some healing, or go to Miguel or Dr. Visa, whoever you're more comfortable with. So thank you everyone for being here. This has been a great turnout. Thank you, Verna. You're an inspiration to us all, so thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you everyone, and have a great day, and take care of yourselves. Thank you. There's also some books at the diversity and inclusion table related to healing and grief. Please stop by their table if you would like a book. And there's still plenty of drinks and food. Please